Hello, this is Martin. Welcome to seekedge, the channel for trading and investing. We are in the pre-market show. Let's get into the charts and see what happened. Today is June 10th, Thursday, 2021. It's an expiry day. And what happened in the markets yesterday? Let's see that and then try to see what can be expected today. So it's a long bearish candle that you can see clearly on the Nifty and the Bank Nifty. Long bearish. Yesterday we talked about a spinning top, which is a bearish signal. Yes, the market corrected exactly the same. Look at Bank Nifty, the bearish candle, and then exactly. But you see the wick, the bearish pressure, and then the small, bullish pressure. So it's not indecisive, but it was clearly bearish. The market dipped both. It's bearish. Now, meanwhile, Nifty did an all-time high, right? Yesterday, Nifty did another all-time high. Continuous 4 or 5 all-time highs has been there now. 15,800, and then it rose. So in the morning, if you see, it picked up 50 points, then crashed suddenly 230 points in the afternoon, and then recovered slightly around 90 points. Bank Nifty moved up morning, trapping all the bulls, and then crashed 1,000 points. So that is a big crash that has happened both, right? Look at the lower time frame charts. What happened? Let's go and see the 15 minutes charts of Bank Nifty. See the 1,000 points move, right? So that's that's the 1,000 points move, down move, right? It was very quick, very sudden. I don't know how. So those who were waiting for the price action levels at this point and then played would have made money. And Nifty, you see this, so this is the downfall that happened, right, at 12:30. So whoever had done the price action intraday trading would have captured at least some amount of this money, right? So this is right. So as you can see, yesterday it gapped up and hit all-time high, dipped, then moved up, trapping all the users, consolidated, right, and then dipped. So this is something that can be captured along with the Bollinger Bands in the intraday. You can clearly see that the volatility might have contracted here, right? You should mark the the high and the low of this swings, and then this is exactly a box kind of rectangular pattern that comes in, and whenever there is a consolidation of this nature comes in intraday or even otherwise. So intraday, especially we're talking about intraday. So whenever such consolidation happens, it's likely to either burst out and then break out and then make big moves, right? Or it would break down and make big moves. So that is exactly what happened. So so this is exactly so with the price action you can do a lot of things, right? See, the consolidation is happening here. Exactly the same thing, that you have a consolidation, then boom, you have a breakout. So if you are able to identify such consolidations in the market, you can really see another consolidation that's happening here, right? Consolidation, right? It's 15 minutes charts, and then small dip, right? So you just have to put the stop loss at the previous swing highs and then accordingly play. So coming back to our so this is the market behavior that happened yesterday. Now let's move ahead and see what else happened. So momentum has some interesting things, right? Momentum is still intact for the Nifty. That is the thing. Let's go to the daily chart and you can see that the momentum, this is what the momentum is, right? The momentum is the RSI momentum. You can see that it is still in the bullish zones, right? And if you look at the Bank Nifty, the momentum has dipped into the side, right? So there is bearishness, there is lack of momentum, that is clearly seen. And what else happened, right? So Nifty, there is one interesting thing. There is a 6-bar positive momentum reverse divergence in the Nifty on the daily chart, which may not be valid if it moves below the 15,460. Let's see what is that, right? So positive reverse divergence. Let's just delete this and then no. Right, so just deleting. So what happened is, see, so whenever there is a, so this is a, no, this is what you can see, the price is moving up and then there is a opposite force. Now there is a, no, so the price is moving up and the moment is going down. So this is invalidated if it goes below this. That's 15,450 levels. If it goes, then there is not. Otherwise, it's bullish actually, right? So the momentum has come down, but the price is moving up. So that is casing. So Bank Nifty momentum has slipped. We already seen that. Now price action we have seen, momentum we have seen. Now trend. So what are the ADX trend indicator talks about, right? The trend indicator is clearly showing that it has taken a bend, right? It's still in the bullish zones, but the strength has taken a bend. And Bank Nifty, if you see, what is the trend? It has taken a bend, but it's actually a crossover, right? It's a crossover. That means the trend in the Bank Nifty has turned bearish, right? Bank Nifty ADX trend is actually, is caused over to bearish zones, right? That's what I see here. Let's see it once again, right? So this is a daily chart for the Bank Nifty. You can see that the DMI negative was closed over, so it means bearishness, and the strength is less. So it isn't to be a bearish zones, but it's strength. But that is contrary to what Nifty is. Nifty is having a momentum intact there. So that's about the momentum and the trend. And then let's move on quickly to support resistance. It remains more or less in the all-time high of 15,500 would be the first one, and Fib extension 16. So upwards, these are the resistance level that the Nifty can face. Supports 15, 330, 430 zone. We see that it is a Fib retracement, 23 is Fib retracement plus a previous support, right? And supports can be seen at 1540. That's the previous one. So that's a lower support that you can see there. So let's go back and see what is that. Nifty 50. You can see that this is support, right? And this is also a support, right? This on, right? Resistance up at all-time high, and then further down it dips, right, near to 15. These are the, so all previous swing lows, right? These are all support zones. Bank Nifty similarly, right now it's at a support. If it breaks, it gets further dip. Right now it's in a support zone, and then further to that there is a swing low that coming here. Further to that there is a swing low, and upwards resistances are the previous all-time and the previous resistance that you can see here, previous swing highs, right? So that is what is mentioned here, right? So the Bank Nifty, this resistance, first resistance would be the the 36,500, which is the previous swing high, and the resistance 2 would be 37,700, which is all-time high. Support levels will be 34,300 and 34,500, that area, which is happened to be 20 moving average, 20-day moving average, right? And also a fib, so it's a confluence of multiple things. Fibonacci 23 level, previous resistance area, and a 20 moving average. So 34,500 levels, or 33, this level is going to hold strongly, and if it breaks, it goes further down to 33,900 for that level, which is a moving average crossover area, the 50 and 100. This is 20, this is 50 and 100. So that's about the support and the resistances. And now that we have seen support, resistance, trend, momentum and price action and candlestick patterns, everything, now we are coming back and trying to see what does the options and the futures data. Futures data interestingly showing long unwinding. So what is long unwinding means? Long unwinding is people are unwinding the long positions that they had taken, right? That means it's bearish. Look at Nifty, what has happened, right? This is long unwinding. The puts, you can see that the puts are unwinded yesterday, right? Huge resistance, maximum seen as 15,800. Again, below that there is 700 resistance. Supports you see 15,500. So expiry may be between 15,500 and this thing if it does not do a major crash. You see 15,000 also supports. It correlates with what you are seeing in the charts. 15,000 we saw a support, right? 15,500 we saw near to that is 400, 450, 500 levels we saw a support, and then 15,700 we have seen a resistance and all-time highs are there further up. So this is bearish, right? PCR is 0.8. It has dipped from 1 point something yesterday, so it is bearish. So there is a lot of resistance and bearishness that is there for the market to move up at least. Momentum and trend is there, fine. Now Bank Nifty, if you see what is it happening, there's this huge resistance at 34,500. That's been trying to cross this area since last 3-4 days, right? Supports, hardly any supports. No? Put rating can be seen at 34,000 levels, very far away and very small, very little, right? See that the put unwinding has happened on all these levels, right? 35,500 and all this. That means it's bearish again. Look at PCR 0.47, it has dipped. So that's clear bearishness. Clear. That's clear bearishness that you can see. See, the 15,500 is support, 800 is resistance for today's expiry. Unwinding is seen. Bank Nifty also unwinding 35,500, 34,000. Futures have got long unwinding, options has got resistance support. PCR is bearish. VIX have further dropped 4%. If you see yesterday, VIX dropped to 15. So this is action. It was flat more or less. When the fall happened, it spiked up and then it settled it. So VIX is very low, still market is slightly crashed. That means crash may not be that strong, it's just a mere correction. That's what we can see. FIS, what happened to FIS? How did they do? What did they do? FIS actually sold a little bit, 800 crores, while DAs also sold. So that's why market went down. So both of them sold, not big, but near to 800 crores. FIS selling has happened yesterday, right? Dollar index, if you go back and see, so before getting the dollars, let's see what SGX is saying. XGX is 50 points up, so it was only a correction. Probably the market may not be further going down. It may not happen, right? It seems like good support area, this zone, right? Now Bank Nifty, right? So this is what SGX is showing, that it's going to be not a down day probably. US market has done well. US market has done well, right? Not it's not well, it's flat, right? It's just flat, right? It's just flat. Nasdaq, Dow Jones flat, all are flat, right? Today evening there is a US inflation data that is coming out, so because of that, expiry could be exciting, tomorrow also could be exciting, depending on what is the outcome of that. So US markets are more or less flat but not bearish, and there is a major event that is there today. Dollar index is again holding on the same 90 zones for so many days, so that seems to be a good support. And USD INR slightly moved up and then it's attempting to hold this resistance. So 73 in June is going to happen. Gold, what happened? Gold is heading up and then it's finding the resistance in the channel top since quite some time. It's not really moving up, but after a rally it is probably consolidating before it can move further up, right? So that's what so today is an expiry day, something that has to keep in mind. So a wrap up is that the open interest, the PCR, the candlesticks, the price action, all are bearish, and there is some space for correction. There is some more space for correction. Why did I say that? Because you can see that there is some space here for the correction to further happen. Probably one more candle can come in here, and or there it could be that the current support is taken and then it could bounce back. So there is some scope, but it's it's not a major. There is a bullish divergence that you can see. Um, uh, the post reverse divergence basically, and there is the green opening of the market, and there is a big event. So anything will happen, right? So positional player should, as I said yesterday, also can make use of the Heikinashik candles and then cut out the noise and then stay long if they are long until you get a decisive candle of bearishness, right? Intraday players has to play according to what I said. Look for consolidations, look for patterns like triangle patterns, breakout patterns, and all that, and accordingly put tight stop loss and then play. Today's expiry day, so options, premium decay would be their highest. So straddle strangle with hedge positions or stop loss can be applied. So that's a wrap up of market. Friends, please subscribe, hit the like button if you like, and then provide us with support so that we can improve the content. Happy trading. Good day.